there, this is Kim with Mom's Creative Moments, and I am bringing you a project recipe today for the collection called Happy Camper. And this is a collection that was released last year, and so you might have it in your stash somewhere. If you do, then I encourage you to use it. It's really an awesome collection. I liked it so much, I used it for several camps that we went to last year for my kids and various things. And so I actually don't have any of this collection left, but I wanted to do the project recipe for you because it's really a neat one and it's pretty easy. So I thought it would be fun to put on here for a video for you. I pulled out a collection to use that's called Mellow Meadows, and you may have seen this before. Mellow Meadows, it's got lots of green and hay and leaves and wheat and things like that. This one came out in 2020, so it's been around a while and I haven't had the occasion to use it just yet. So I wanted to try and make this project recipe work with this paper pack. And then I had this additional sticker pack called Locally Grown that I have not used either, and it seems to kind of go with the whole theme of growing things and the flowers and whatnot. So I decided to pull this out and see if we could incorporate these stickers with as embellishments for this page. So bear with me, this is going to be a fun one because we're adapting quite a few things. I'm obviously not going to be using the paw print punch that is used in the Happy Camper design because this is not an animal layout. But I am going to use the Flourish Vine punch. This is a border maker cartridge that currently is out of stock, but will be returning in September. So if you did not buy it when it came out the first time, you'll have another opportunity to get that in September if you'd like. And it's really a beautiful punch, so I really like it. And I thought it would make a nice edge for this border. So this, as you can see, is a very simple sketch. You have triangles on the top and the bottom, you have a base page, and you have mats that we're gonna cut. But we're gonna do some special punching and use some embellishments to jazz it up, and it's gonna be a great layout. So let me go ahead and move this, and we'll get started. First thing I'm going to do is to lay this is going to be our base page, all these flowers in this meadow. I just thought this was really, really pretty. And we're going to see a lot of it because of the way that this layout comes together. So that's going to be the base. And we're going to use the straw or the hay as our matte paper. The green is going to be our triangle paper. Wait, am I right about that? Yes, I believe so. We're going to use the green as our triangle paper. So and these I think are seeds of some kind. They look like grass seed to me. So we're going to go ahead and use that first. Okay, so we're going to take our green seedy paper. We're going to make triangles with this. So I'm going to go ahead and put my points together and make a flat edge here because we're going to cut this into 4 equal triangles. So we're going to do like so, and we're going to put it into our trimmer, keeping that folded edge across the bumper at the bottom and the pointed edge right on our cutting guide at the top, the cutting line. There we go. Now we've got 2 equal triangles. And now what we'll do is put these back in here and we'll cut them straight down to the point. So they're just stacked on top of each other, and the long end is flush against the bumper up here at the top. cutting down through that other corner. All right, so now we have 4 equal triangles, and we're going to go ahead and punch those edges. So let me set my trimmer to the side, and we're going to grab the border maker. We're going to take each one of these triangles. Each one of these triangles on the corners measures 12 inches across that widest point. So that's the part we're going to punch. And we're going to use this Flourish Vine punch, like I mentioned before. And we're going to punch all the way across. So there's one. And we're going to do this 3 more times. Okay, once more and then we'll be done. Done with the punching anyway. All of our corners, all of our triangles are punched. Getting rid of my confetti. Okay. Now we're going to take our 2 base pieces and we're going to, I'm just going to kind of line them up next to each other. We're going to take our triangles, there we go, and we're going to put one of them across the top here, centered, one of them across the bottom, centered. We're going to make the points touch in the middle, which is going to mean we're going to need to bring it down just a little bit into the design of the paper, because this punch took off a little more around the edge than the example. Because the example that we used, or the example that is used in the project recipe instructions, is not a or it punches the design and leaves an edge on the outside, more of an edge than this one does. So this one is going to be a little bit trickier from that standpoint. But I've just moved it in about 1/4 of an inch from each of the edges, and then made my points touch in the center. And then that's going to work just fine. All right. Now, actually, I think originally I was going to do the green, use the seeds as my side for this. But actually, I think I like the hay better. Do you like the hay better? There's the two examples in case you're hoping to do this with your own pack. I think I'm going to go ahead and use the hay side because I like it better. You can see the flowers through the hay a little bit easier than seeing them through the seeds. So we're going to go with that. And I'm going to be really careful when I apply this repositionable adhesive to my punched edge, because if you'll watch my last video that I used this punch on, we discovered that this punch is a little bit just a little bit dainty, I guess. I don't know how we would say that exactly, but at any rate, the adhesive grabbed hold of one of these small little cutout pieces and tore it as I went along. So be real careful, don't let that happen to yours. Our adhesive is really good and it will grab hold. You don't want to have it tear your design. Okay, so matching my points, making sure it's straight on top and not crooked. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to do this one. Through the magic of editing, I discovered that I was going to use the hay and the seeds, one to make mats and one to make the triangles. But given that course of events, I've decided to just use some cardstock to make the mats. So if you'll bear with me a second here, as soon as we have this together, we'll make some mats and get that put together. Just letting you know in case you are curious, because the beginning of this video shows two pieces of this hay, one with the seeds up and one just with the hay up. And I was going to use both of those, but now I have changed my mind. So we're going to use some, I'm going to use some dark green because I think that it will help the whatever photos go on here to pop off the page more. Because whenever you back your photos with something dark, it's kind of the same effect as having like a black scrapbook page, how the colors just really jump off much more. All right, so we're going to cut some mats, and these are just going to be some very quick mats. We're going to cut 4 strips that are 4 inches. So we're going to put our edge right here at the 4-inch mark. So we've got 1, and 2, and we've got 3 strips. Okay. Now one of these strips we're going to turn horizontally. Put our arm out. We're going to cut this one right in half at 6 inches. All right. Then the other two are going to be cut at 5 1/4. So we're going to have 4 mats that are at 5 1/4. So we've got 1 and 2. This piece gets discarded or saved for something else. We've got 3 and 4. All right, so 4 that are 5 1/4 by 4 inches and 2 that are 4 by 6. All right, and then they get laid out like so. Yeah, look how that dark green on there just really sets the colors off. I like that. Perfect. Nice. All right. And again, just because I'm not sure what pictures I'm going to be putting on here, I'm going to go ahead and adhere these mats with repositionable adhesive, just so that I can move them and make them whichever direction I need them to be when I know the pictures that are going to go on here. But for now, so we can see it, we're going to have these mats. And then I actually made some mats of the photo sizes that should go on here, so we can actually see what it'll look like with pictures. Okay, and what I want to do is make sure that my top row of this photo is approximately the same height as the top row of the photos next to it. I think that's good. Then I use that center mark to balance the rest. So there's about 1/4 inch between the two vertical mats and about 1/8 inch between, actually this should be a little bit lower because that should be about the same amount of space. So let's lower these just a tad. Okay. All right, and then here are my photo mats that are the sizes of the photos that'll go in here, just to give you an idea. So the smaller ones are 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, and the bigger ones are 5 1/2 by 3 1/2. Okay, so there's our finished pages. Now we need to make some embellishments. And I think I'm going to use let's see. You know what? Actually, these are going to be just a little bit higher than that. As I am looking at the directions, which are always good to watch. The photos are a little closer together and a little bit higher, so we're gonna, I'm doing it wrong. Gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, we're gonna make this one, the two that are vertical are a little bit lower. This one needs to be a little bit lower. I'll show you why in just a second. Okay, and these two need to be just a little bit higher, but not covering our design up on the punch. And this one is just a little bit higher. Okay, and the reason is because we're going to actually put a border sticker across and just above our punched area. Isn't that interesting? These border stickers are just a little short. Okay. Actually, that is a little bit crooked, so let me fix it. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay. Then, so we put a border sticker across the bottom there and a border sticker across the top of this one. And just make your stickers the same distance away from your punched area so that it's even. Okay, so there's that. Then I'm gonna make some clusters here real quick so that we can, maybe we'll use this cute one that says local honey. And we'll add some flowers. So we got pink. And we will use these because of the pink. Maybe a sun. And this cute little butterfly. Let's see what else. Flowers. We could do the flower spray. We could do, let's see, another sign. Farm to fork, mom and pop, locally grown. Let's use Maker's Market with the stems. All right. So if we go ahead and put these together. Like that. That one will go go down here. We'll add some special what am I saying? We'll add some foam squares to that. Gosh, gotta watch me. Ever since I took that trip and messed with my time zones, my head's just kind of out there. Okay. My stickers are sticking to my mat. All right. So this one, I think I'm just gonna kind of add on top. Local honey. And maybe what we might need to do is shift this one over just a tad. To allow some room for our embellishments, because I don't want to have to squeeze that in or have it go over my photo. So we're gonna stick this. That one will go right up there. And this one, we'll scoot this one over so it's even with the outer edge instead. That way we can put this one right here. I'm going to add just some of my smaller foam squares over some of these little seams where the stickers come together. That'll just give it a little bit more added reinforcement. Support. We need one right there too. All right, so this one will go right here. And then I really think this sunshine needs to go somewhere, but the sunshine doesn't have anything with it. So what else can we put? We could put a flower, and we could put a bee. Here's a sunflower. A sunflower and a sun. With the bumblebee. Come on, now my fingers are stuck stuck to the stickers. All right, let's see here. These are first world problems, as my husband would say. Scrapbooker details. Okay. Oh. Like that. We can put that up here in the corner, right on top of that other picture. But what we'll do is we'll pop it up with foam squares so that it's not right on the picture. that way. And I'm going to be really careful how I put this foam square on here so that it just fits right on the stem of that flower. You can kind of see it, but not too much. There's B. Another one just helping that hang together. This one's really sticky today. All right, almost there. Just gonna stick one of these small ones in each of the corners of the sun to keep it from sticking to my page. All right, now this one will go right up here in such a way that the picture will be able to slide right up underneath there. All right, we'll move this one down just a smidge. Perfect. We'll move that one up maybe just a little, maybe over so that it touches the mats. There we go, that's perfect. Okay, I really like the way that came together. And adding the pink embellishments pulls the pink from this cute little ribbon that goes across the hay. What do you think? It's kind of fun to adapt a project recipe that was meant for one collection to another collection. Kind of fun to see how it all comes together, right? Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you've enjoyed this experience, and I hope that you will try and experiment with the collections that you have at home and use different project recipes for those different collections. Maybe not the one that it was designed for. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Thanks so much. Again, have many more creative moments, and you have a great day.